the results, my costs and what I gained. So I'm telling you my profits, my losses, and I'm also telling you how much I expended on each crop in my first year.
Hey, you want to make a bit of money? You should do what I did. Get into farming.
Good day everyone, it's your boy Cassava, and if you are here to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Subscribe to my channel so I can keep on creating more content like this. I'm saving you guys because many people will not tell you what I'm telling you. I'm telling you from my personal experiences. Many people will tell you that agriculture is so beautiful, so luxurious. Yes, it's luxurious. It's possible to make agriculture can actually make you very rich. But you need to also understand that there are some challenges, there are some dangers that also come with it. So if you've been following my videos for the past few weeks, don't forget to subscribe. You need to subscribe because what I'm about to tell you is very, very important. I'm about to give you the results, my costs and what I gained. So I'm telling you my profits, my losses, and I'm also telling you how much I expended on each crop in my first year planting in Nigeria. So if you followed my previous video, you understand that I've told you guys about all the challenges I faced. I've told you all the processes, everything that I did. I've given you all. But this time I wanted to show you a chart. So let me move a bit. So I'll be showing you this chart right here. This chart right here is my cost chart. So this chart shows how much I've spent, I spent on my first year farming. It's to show you how much I spent on my first year farming so that you can understand the differences between, what was spent and what was gained. So for the corn, you can see it's a bit it's a bit high. It's the highest in terms of how much I spent on it. For the corn, I spent the highest on corn, followed by cassava, then followed by potatoes. Now the reason I spent the highest on corn was because corn is kind of like a very high maintenance crop. You need a lot of weeding. You also need to monitor for all these insects that affect corn. You also need to plan for different things when it comes to corn, especially when you are preparing for the land and everything. So I even had to get some manure and things like that just to make sure that this corn comes out well. So for the corn, I spent the highest on corn, followed by cassava, followed by potatoes. Now the reason potatoes was so low is that potatoes, I didn't even weed my potatoes for once. Because potatoes, I love the way potatoes grow. They grow out along the ground. So they grow along the ground. So you don't, sometimes they may not even need to weed the potatoes and they will come out well. So for the corn, I spend the most, cassava, then potatoes. Now, I wanted to mention one fact. I always make sure that my investments are less than ₦1 million. So I don't invest more than ₦1 million into any venture currently. That's like my threshold for risk. So everything you are seeing here is not up to ₦1 million if you calculate each and everything and what I spent on each and everything. So that's settled. Now I wanted to explain some other parts of this chart. Like for example, now the land I did lease for 5 years for almost like 4 hectares of land. 4 hectares of land for 5 years. 4 hectares is almost like 15 times 4 plots of land. Yeah, almost 15 times 4 plots of land. So I did it for 5 years. So I still have that land with me. Yeah. So also clearing, I did manual clearing. So it's a bit costly because I was trying to bring machines into the location, but it was just so difficult for no reason. I don't know why. Because maybe the location was a bit far from residential areas, so it's kind of difficult to also bring machines there. So I have to depend on manual clearing for now. I hope things get better and the place opens up. Because the place is currently opening up because there are many people also planting, close to me. Before I used to have forests surrounding my farm, but now at least I see people trying to at least attempt to plant cassava, attempt to plant corn on their farms, and I'm really happy about that. Now, when I mention others simply means miscellaneous. That means I spent some money on things that didn't really make economic sense. So in terms of when I talk about others now, others include like there are things that I was foolish about. I was loyal to a bike man that always took me from the park to my farm, and this guy continuously charged me way above the normal price. But I was okay with him because I felt it was more convenient. But after a while, I started thinking about it that if I continue this way, this if I continue with this bike guy, and the guy is always misbehaving, so I said if I continue with this bike guy, I'm not doing myself any good because I'm paying overpaying him, I'm overpaying him, and I'm also cutting myself short because it's almost like I'm trying to please him. So I just said, no, I'm not going to be taking that route this year. So I've cut him off this year. I've cut all those kind of things off this year because last year I was paying almost like 5,000 just to get from the city to my to where I farm. So this year I'm not doing stuff like that. Then also I had to start giving people gifts, sometimes just to kind of like encourage workers. But all those things, it didn't really affect my results because I don't know. It's even Nigerian people are sometimes you help some, they appreciate it. Sometimes you help some others, and they just look at it as normal thing. So that's just the way it was. So clearing, okay, I've explained clearing and all those things. So the unique differences between each crop is when it comes to the planting and the selling. Now corn was very difficult when planting because of the weeding and the time, the care and everything that went into it. But corn was also very easy to sell. So it was difficult to plant, but very, very easy to sell. I need to mention that fact. Now, cassava, I never got the chance to actually harvest my cassava. I never got a chance to try harvest my cassava because I planted it during peak rainy season, so the cassava didn't even grow well at all. But that's that. Let's forget about that. We move on. So potatoes. Now I really love potatoes because I didn't even need to weed once. And when I was trying to sell it, the only problem I had when I was selling is that I didn't have an established market. So basically, I had to depend on the market women at the market to help me sell these potatoes. So most of them bought it on credit, and when they bought it on credit, let's put for example now, I gave a bag of potato. Let's say at that period, a bag of potato was selling close to 23,000. So let's say I gave them a bag of potato. Instead of giving them at 23,000, I was giving them at around 15,000 dollars for a bag of potato, just because I wanted to just sell it off and get the money to do other things. So after giving them this bag of potato for 15,000, most of them still came back telling me that they were not able to sell it at this price. So most of them ended up telling me that, oh, this one, that one, that this one, the thing went bad. I just say no problem. At the end, most of them started paying me like 10,000 and stuff like that. So it was very, very discouraging, because I worked hard really for those things. But the thing is that I didn't have any option because if I didn't sell it to them, the other choice I had was just to keep it and maybe dash it or just give someone. So it's better that I just gave it to them at least to see something. But now I'm taking a different approach this year, and I will show you in my next video the steps I'm taking this year because God, I'm going to make sure that this year I'm not going to make those mistakes I made last year. This year is going to be different. That one is for sure. So as you still look at it, I will change the chart now to my results. So if you see my result chart here, you see some figures, or I may not show you some figures. I'll just show you maybe the beginning part or something, but I'll find a way to just show you. So for the corn now, the corn was, I made a loss on my corn. I need to state that, yeah. I made a loss on my corn because I planted twice. The first time I planted, it was bad. Second time I planted, it was almost bad, but I had to struggle to make sure that it came out good in one form or the other. As I explained in my other videos, the challenges I faced when I was planting the maize, and harvesting it, and even transporting it. Every step of the way there was challenges. People, you are dealing with people. When you are dealing with people, there are always different things that you have to face. So that was it about my maize. So for my maize now, I made about a 32% loss. Yes, a 32% loss on my maize. Even though it was easy to sell and I had to dry it, process it, and do many things, I think another mistake I made with my maize is that There are some points you have to just use machines when when it comes to maize. You can't use human beings for every part because it's challenging. Maize harvesting is a bit challenging. Yeah. As I was harvesting it myself, I felt the brunt. Even carrying those bags and everything, yeah. So maize farming is kind of challenging. So at some point you need to implement the use of machines when it comes to maize harvest. So for the cassava, I made 100% loss. So every money I put into the cassava, I lost it because simply I didn't plant it well. So nothing grew. But I'm hoping there's some wild ones, you just hope for those wild ones. So I'm hoping there are some wild ones that maybe I can harvest this year, from the cassava. Yeah, because sometimes you're lucky enough, just like the banana trees, I met there. To them that they should not clear it. And those banana trees, I've been getting some fruits from them. I've harvested banana almost every time I go to the farm, I harvest banana. So it's been a blessing in disguise. Sometimes I think about selling banana. I prefer to eat the banana than to sell it because I don't have time to start finding roots and start buying banana because it's small. I just harvest maybe like a bunch. So I don't try to, if I'm harvesting a lot, that's when I start thinking of how do I sell it. Finding someone to sell. So the potatoes was my best crop. Was my best crop, hands down. Also, on the potatoes, I almost made 50%. Now that is about 46% profit on my potatoes. Now, the reason my potatoes, I didn't make more money on my potatoes, as I said before, one, those market women. If not for those market women, I would have made almost 60% on my potatoes. Apart from the market women, secondly, the harvest. I was rushing the harvest. I was trying to harvest everything in one day. Yeah, I was trying to harvest all my potatoes in one day. So everything I harvested and sold that day is what made me that 46% profit. If I was a bit patient and allow them to, to do the harvest well, maybe give it like 2 days, 3 days, yeah, I'd have made more money on potatoes. So surely I love potatoes. Yeah, I love potatoes. From now on, or since that my experience, I love potatoes. At the time I was selling it, it was very scarce in the market a bit. So that's my experience. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm trying to make my videos shorter. It's easier to upload. So in conclusion, I hope this doesn't deter you. As many that want to come into farming. I hope this doesn't deter you because farming is a very very exciting work. And but you just need to understand that there are some challenges that come with it. As long as you're ready for those challenges, I don't think it's going to be difficult for you. So on my next video, I'll be sharing about my planting season 2024, what I've been doing this 2024. Yes, a lot of people want to know. Even on my TikTok, I've not been posting much about what I'm doing this 2024. I've just been posting kind of like old videos. I think people notice. So my views are dropping because people are not seeing what I'm doing this year. It's almost like I'm not doing anything this year. But this year, the next video I'll be showing you what I've been doing, what I'm doing different and my approach towards farming this year. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and just enjoy yourself. Yeah. Remember, as long as Gary Day, your water go rise. As long as Gary Day, your water go rise. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the day.